Well, during today's televised immigration talk, Senator Lindsey Graham joked about how the final DACA deal will likely infuriate those opposed to amnesty, including people on this channel.
I'm Lindsey Graham, Lindsey Gomez. You name every name you want to give to me. It's been assigned to me. And I'm still standing. The people of South Carolina want a result. How could I get elected? I've been for a pathway to citizenship for 11 million people because I have no animosity toward them. I don't want crooks. I don't want bad hombres. I want to get a merit-based immigration system to make sure we can succeed in the 21st century. I'm willing to be more than fair to the 11 million. I just don't want to do this every 20 years. Now, we made a decision, Mr. President, not to do it comprehensively. I think that's a smart decision, but a hard decision. We've passed 3 comprehensive bills out of the Senate with over 65 votes. They go to the House and die, and I'm not being disparaging to my House colleagues. This is tough politics if you're a Republican House member turning on the radio. To my Democratic friends, thanks for coming. The Resist movement hates this guy. They don't want him to be successful at all. You turn on Fox News, and I can hear the drumbeat coming. Right-wing radio and TV talk show hosts are going to beat the crap out of us because it's going to be amnesty all over again.
Senator Graham instantly turned down our request to come on tonight and explain himself. So did virtually every Republican we reached out to. Congressman Rodney Davis of New Jersey, though, rather of Illinois, said yes, and we're grateful that he did. He joins us tonight. Congressman, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me on, Tucker.
So I understand the concern about DACA recipients, some of whom, didn't choose to come here and they're stuck here. And it's a sticky situation. I get it. But if you're creating a hierarchy of concerns, why is this a more pressing matter than, say, the opioid crisis or the rise in health care education costs for American citizens?
Well, thank you, Tucker. I actually think those two issues are somewhat related. The president and many of us have said we'd like to get a DACA fix. We want to make sure that the president continues to have the opportunity to show leadership like he has on such a very difficult issue. And we can also implement some Republican immigration reforms, border security measures. You mentioned the opioid crisis. You talk to any law enforcement official in my district in central Illinois, they will tell you the scourge of heroin and ice that are coming through our southern border. We need some physical structures down there. Let's let the Border Patrol decide where they go.
For sure. I mean, that sounds sensible. But the core of this, the centerpiece, the debate really is over giving amnesty to DACA recipients. How does that help American citizens? How does it help any of your voters? It wouldn't seem to help any of them.
Well, first off, let's take a step back. Let's see what comes of this meeting. Obviously, again, I thought the president showed great leadership and a very difficult issue that he's willing to take a stand on. Let's actually see what the legislative language looks like. Let's see if there's any bipartisan agreement. But at the end of the day, let's try and solve a problem that the president asked us to solve when he got rid of an unconstitutional executive action.
Right. No, I get it. And it's a tough place. And it was a trap laid by the previous administration. And Republicans, of course, walked right into it. But I get, if you take 3 steps back, it seems a little bit weird that we're about to shut down the government over legalizing illegal aliens when 60,000 Americans died last year of drug ODs and no one can afford college. And there's like a lot of bad things going on in the country. But the concern of illegal aliens is put to the very top of the list. Can you see why people would be kind of bewildered by that?
Well, the only ones talking about shutting down the government over this issue are the Democrats. It's not the Republicans. We want to have a common sense solution that includes some border security measures. And they're the ones that want to see this linked to a government shutdown, to a funding vote. Let's have a great meeting like the president did today. Let's see what the end results are. Let's see if Senator Durbin and the rest of the Democrats come out after this meeting and still want to negotiate a border security measure that includes some physical structures. Let's see what comes of this meeting before we even see the legislation that comes out and see the end result of that.
But if Republicans accept a deal that doesn't include universal E-Verify, that doesn't end chain migration and the diversity lottery and build a wall, why would anybody ever vote Republican again, honestly?
Well, I think, again, this is our opportunity. If you have ideas that are Republican immigration reforms, the president clearly said, now's the time to put those ideas on the table. These are issues that we've been talking about in our conference for years. As a matter of fact, most of the illegal immigration in this country doesn't even come through our southern border. It comes through our airports. People overstaying their visas who were here legally, and we don't have any biometric capability to be able to track them and figure out where they've gone.
Would you support a deal that doesn't end chain migration for DACA recipients?
You know, again, let's see what the bill looks like, because I think these are some of the priorities that the president has clearly laid out in the past, and I believe will clearly lay out with Republican support as we look ahead to the next few days.
Yeah, this is making me nervous. Congressman, thanks a lot for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tucker.